This show be fun. Hi, everybody. Per usual, S&P with the technical difficulties. If you heard the intro, you did. If you didn't, yeah, you already know what it is. Right. No tea, straight seasoning situation. Y'all know how the theme song go.
Oh no, the intro didn't play.
I know. I was about to say because it's something happening, but we here. I'm still queer.
You know what?
Yo.
It's your girl Sault.
And your girl Peppa.
We coming to give you
no tea, straight seasoning. We're just two best friends.
Giving our views
and perspectives
on this thing called life.
Here and still queer.
But as y'all can see, we have been honored with the presence of a very, very, very special guest. It is season 5. And 5 means a lot of things to a lot of people. So why not have our first guest be Mr. 5 Bags himself? Big shouts out and big ups. Y'all can clap, give us those clapping comments, to Maurice, Splash, Eastwood. Yeah.
Oh, that's the best. That's it. That's the best intro I got ever.
Ever?
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm gonna let that live right there.
You gonna sit in that right there? So you wanna add anything on that intro?
You wanna introduce?
Go follow him on all his social medias. That's when you was supposed to.
Follow me on all my social medias. Seek Therapy Now. Eastwood.
The 5 bags.
Just go. Yeah, they all there.
All of them.
Google them.
That part. This is the hood mayor. We're going to get into why I call him that. And many others would like to, for that to happen as well. But welcome to S&P.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to S&P.
I don't trust y'all.
Welcome to S&P. I'm happy for you to be here with us. You cleared out a very busy schedule.
It only took 5 seasons, but
look at that, and I'm here for episode 1 of season 5.
No, 2.
Episode 2.
Thanks.
You the first guest.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean.
I'm not thinking about no other. I'm not thinking about nothing else. But
last episode was it y'all?
Yes.
Oh, so this is the first episode.
Wow.
They know y'all already.
So our episodes don't count.
Nah. They for sure.
Okay.
They for sure, baby.
Okay.
That's what Facebook for. You supposed to start it.
They for sure. No, but for those who don't know who you are, can you grace them with a little bit of who is Splash?
Splash.
God in the flesh.
Period.
That's it.
That's it.
Period. Now, for those who don't know, I don't know if you go by this title or you just move in godly character and morality, but I know you to be a philanthropist and do things to, one, keep the community together. And I don't know, but I've noticed everybody around you kind of shifted, move into business and stuff like that. So I know for a long time people go on this path of self-discovery or finding what their purpose is to figure out how to move in this life. But it seemed like you've been doing that from the very beginning. Have you ever felt like you needed to go through a phase or went through a phase of self-discovery, or you just already knew what your purpose was out the gate?
Nah. On some real shit, I feel like, my bad, I can't curse right.
Nah, do you?
Like on some real shit, not playing. I feel like my purpose, I don't know about people, my purpose kind of just found me. I ain't really like, you kind of duck responsibilities and shit because you don't really want to deal with that and deal with people. And then I'd be like, I ain't doing this, but then I end up doing it anyway and stuff like that. But, I feel like, things happen and you kind of just fall into a position and you either
accept it or not,
you
right?
know what I'm saying? And then there's like, I had people around me, like older people that would like teach me the rights and the wrongs, but I would just go make my other decisions. But then I feel like those decisions made me.
Right.
So now I know like the importance of like being present and sticking to your word and doing all those things. So it probably was always there. I just never really cared to acknowledge it for real. I just was having more fun with my friends, just doing whatever.
So what at age do you feel like it shifted to be like, yeah, I'm about to fully walk in this? whatever this is?
Shit, fully? I mean, it's every day you kind of just like gotta, it's like a revolving door, kind of like.
Facts.
And then sometimes, you know, you be like, man, fuck this, I ain't doing it. And then you gotta get back and like on track. But as far as like first really accepting it, I say like, and probably the first time I did like the book bag joint, and that was probably like 8 years ago.
Yep, your first
And
one.
then I probably like, I had to finesse parents to like, nah, for real. I had to tell them I was giving away free bottles, free drinks.
Free drinks.
Outside the barbershop. I swear to God, I was outside the barbershop and I had like 50 bags and I don't drink. So like I didn't know how to properly pour liquor, like equally. So I'm pouring half cup of liquor and a little bit of juice.
Get people.
Yeah, but they kids
Oh,
getting,
we coming back next year.
and they kids was getting like free haircuts.
Right.
And free haircut and a free book bag. And they was getting drunk. So no, they was coming spending no money. And then the barbers in there, they was cool with doing it on the arm too, because they was like, and that probably like the first time, like for real, like.
And
that
now
I could genuinely think
you,
of.
8 years later,
It's
the
big.
whole center be filled.
Yeah, it's big.
Center be filled. Sponsors out the yin yang. Did you see yourself here now?
Uh, I saw it. I don't really think of the shit that I do to be small. That's
Right.
why I kind of just be like so specific. People think I be difficult, but it's like no, bro, you're thinking too small.
Mm.
And then you
Gotta
like,
think big, bitch.
Nah, for real.
Gotta think big.
Nah, for real.
You gotta think big, bitch.
And like, you know, like any sponsors that I really got besides one guy is really people from the hood. Like I ain't never really get like no real corporation. I won't say real, but other corporations to like come in, pour in money. Like nah, niggas was putting boxes in barbershops, putting boxes in restaurants and stores, and hitting niggas like, bruh, nah, bro, like I need 100, I need this, I need that, I need 50 if you got 50. So it's really like for the hood, by the hood, and that's why I don't really put my name on. It's not like Splash's book bag fair. Like nah, it's like everybody. Like you know what I'm saying. When the time come and I go, somebody else will do the shit. Like you did. So I don't really. But now it's big. Now we got a fair. People get jobs when they come here. They need job resumes. We take emails for newsletters. We pass out hygiene products, feminine products.
I seen all that. Y'all got sneaker giveaways, haircuts.
Money. We got everything except for like shit. Y'all was there? No, I'm joking.
Wow.
No shade, no shade for
Yeah.
shade. I give you that. But I haven't been to one. I want to say, I went to your third one.
Oh, so you been there?
I've been to your third one. But 3rd to 8, big drastic change.
100%.
You could see it within, like it's a build up to this. You don't even have to promote it yet. People know it's coming. Like you hear the talk, like, nah, you know, this is coming around. I've got this date. It's going to be fall within this time span. So I can tell the difference. And for that, I'm always proud to be like, yeah, I know that guy. I know him right there. I
met him before.
I know that black ass motherfucker over there. I know that
You know, way back.
one. No, but you're an author. I'm an author. Hi,
I
author.
want to know, when did you decide that you was writing a book? Like, what made you like, this is what I'm about to do?
Oh, I went to I had graduated and I went to visit. Well, they're a friend now, but he wasn't a friend then. I just met them when I was over there. Like I went there and I had a mutual friend to the person I'm about to mention. I went there because they were studying abroad, and I ended up at this apartment. It's like a rooftop apartment in Italy, in Rome. Italy, one of the two, but it is Italy, Rome. But yeah.
I remember the picture.
And
It
I'm
was
like, bro,
dope.
like, damn, this shit feel crazy. Like, I'm trying to feel like this every day. And I was up there babbling, talking for like, I was on like a Kanye rant before Kanye. No, I swear to God. And then I was
Before
like,
the documentary
I
came
swear to
out.
God, and I was like, yo, I'm writing a book. Because I can't rap. Like, I don't know how to rap. I'm not
I'm
about to
glad
be
you
out
know
here trying to
that.
start a rap career.
I'm glad you know that.
And then I was like, I'm about to write a book. And then I was like, I'm about to write a book. So trying to explain all of the components that it take to feel like on top of the world. Because
Right.
at the moment, I feel like I'm in a whole nother country, in a rooftop
Niggas in
condo.
Paris.
You dig what I'm saying? So
Niggas
it's
in
just like,
Paris.
yeah. metaphorically, and I literally felt like that. So I'm just like, and I just graduated, so it's just like, I did everything else that I did mad shit that I didn't even ever think of doing.
Right.
So it was like, yeah.
And what's the name of the book?
5 bags. The tools to
In case
building a
nobody
more
knows.
superior you.
The tools to what?
Building a more superior you.
I read it twice.
I was supposed to read it 5 times. No, I'm just messing.
I read it twice. I'm a firm believer in what you get the first time, you won't get the second.
Yeah.
So the first time, being that I know you, it's easy for me to read it in your voice and understand it in that perspective.
Yeah.
So my second time, I had to go back and read it as if, what they say?
Best friend. I need to read your book again.
I had to read it objectively instead of subjectively
I never even
to
thought of
get a different and greater understanding of the book. So, yeah.
That's good. You know, the problem I was running into was nobody didn't, no one disliked it before I put it out. And I was giving it to people to read. I wasn't getting no bad feedback.
Because they reading it because they know you.
So I just started taking shit out. And then I'd add some of the shit that was in the book now was never supposed to be in the book. But I was adding shit that I thought wasn't good. Trying to, like, maybe these motherfuckers not really reading. So let me add some bullshit, something I think is bullshit. And that ended up being their favorite part. And I was like, bro. So
that
I
was
just,
some
at one
complete
point, I was
bullshit.
like, yeah, at one point I was like, man, fuck this shit. I'm not doing it.
I had nobody read my book.
See, I needed to. So nobody knows. Look, I'll tell you, I sound like you're talking about. But I was paying people to come, like, for like 2 weeks or 1 week maybe, to like this. I had got a room for my people's, like a classroom kind of, and I was paying adults to come in and literally go pay through the book on like a large screen, what you call them, projectors, page by page, and seeing like taking notes, like, yo, what part do you
Take away
like relate
from.
with? What part don't you? What part is confusing?
What made you do that? What made
Because
you
I was
have
trying
the
to touch. I was trying to touch all like,
demographics?
yeah. So I had younger, super older to me at the time, 70, 60.
That is still super older.
Yeah.
That is still
Hispanic,
super
white, black, American. Yeah. I had like probably like 9 people. And I'm paying them. I literally paying them $17 an hour, but you couldn't eat during the. It was like 4 to 5 hours. You couldn't eat during the time. You get breaks in between. But that's the only time you can eat. But it couldn't be a heavy meal because what's gonna happen?
You gotta be up.
Yeah. So it was like, and if you did, I wasn't paying you. Straight cash, 5 days. I mean, it was worth the money you spent, but yeah, I was not fucking around.
Damn, I should have did that.
I mean, it's always
No,
part
but
two,
me, I know me in the way I think. One, I'm an overthinker already. So I already knew too many different opinions. I'm gonna start overthinking and changing so much of what I wanted and needed the book to sound and feel like to appease everybody. It would have lost its purpose.
I mean, if you didn't do it, it just wasn't meant to be done. That's what I'm saying. It's not like I could have, bro. It wasn't meant to be done. It just was meant to you to give it that. Mine's per se was, I wanted that because I never. Excuse me. I got friends from all demographics,
Right.
and I was raised by like man different religions and all types of shit. So I couldn't like, and like I'm telling you, like I'll read the Quran, but I also have an in-depth conversation with a Catholic just to understand their way of thinking. So when I'm writing, I can use words that relate to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I just give like 2 things in the beginning of the book. It's like, you know, like, in the spiritual bag, you know, I say it has nothing to do with religion, sexual preference, any of that. Leave that shit outside, bro. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that has to do anything with being a better person or worse person. You did. And then that was the only thing like that I made. I was not budging on. So throughout the book, I don't talk about this. I'm talking about, oh, if you this, man, I don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Because the purpose of the book is to help you improve yourself. So how could I, like, shade one group of people and accept the right? And I would have been blasphemy. And I am God in the flesh, and that's not God. Like,
Ooh, come on now.
you funny as hell.
No, you talk about seek therapy and not pussy.
Yeah.
A lot of people think pussy is therapy.
And that's why people got the problems they got.
What problem is that, baby mama?
Women problems or
Well,
man
can we go
problems.
back for a second to the fuck love movement?
Yeah. What about it?
Start there. Where you getting where?
You
how
know
did
that,
come
all
about?
right, so that was really, it was really LOE, like loyalty over everything. And then the middle finger was really like, if you're not loyal to whatever.
Fuck you.
Yeah, like I have that tat like on me, but it didn't look right no other way.
Right.
And people receive negativity or anything vulgar better than they receive.
Just like when you did homicide for.
People receive negativity better than they receive positivity. So, I mean, I don't know, like I learned that in just reading books and just being a hustler. Give me, the purpose of selling merch is to make money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had no book then. I wasn't, remember, because my clothes used to be called City, not my nonprofit. And so there was no, I had nothing that was just to make money. You know what I mean? And then I made something for me and the crew, and then the shit just did the rest. It to a point where I didn't know what to do because it was so much. And I wasn't super into fashion. Like, anybody know me, bro? Like, I am not getting dressed. Like, I'm not doing it. So
This is Splash.
every day.
This is Splash.
So like that wasn't, but it wasn't fulfilling, bro. Like it just wasn't fulfilling. So I didn't really care. So people like, yo, bring it back. It's like, all right, if you want it, but I don't want to make 30 to say, like, I don't care.
Like, I make it for you.
Yeah, the only thing I'll probably never make again is homicide.
Okay, why?
Because no matter what I said it stood for,
It was interpreted as the opposite.
and it was causing problems for the people wearing it. That was the part. So if you is moving, running around with it on you, and you got that on, even if it had nothing to do with why they stopped you, subconsciously, I'm gonna feel like it did. You did. And then doing it, and then hearing the way people was using the reference and the metaphors towards it, was like, bro, that's not really, nah, fuck it. Just go ahead.
Because honestly, I heard, I'm probably not even gonna say his name right, Ricky Diva, whatever his name was. This was when he was on Hot 93.7. That's how I let you know it was years ago. And he was just like, oh, and that's another thing that negative as homicide Hartford clothing, and he went on a whole rant about it. I was like, but it got you talking. It's a conversation starter, good, bad, or
indifferent. If I made a shirt that said love Hartford, you wouldn't have heard nothing about it.
Nothing.
But I mean, I was doing the interview a couple times, and they just like on like platforms that's supposed to be like about education and stuff, and they asked me about that, and I'm like, why would you bring that up right now? I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But I always tell them like, okay, well, what's your opinion? Their opinion was always negative and wrong. It wasn't wrong, but it was negative. And they were telling me what something stood for, not knowing sometimes that I was one that made it. They just started seeing me wearing it. So I'm just like, bro, how many people you know died? They answered. How many people was ready to see them? And that's one of the years. We was like at 27 already.
Right.
So I'm just like, so what is this? Like, what is that called? They like homicide. I'm like, where we at? Harvard. Okay. They be like, what are you talking about? So they be talking. I'm like, well, people act like it's not that. He's like, well, how so? I was like, well, the resources we have was actually put in place with programs and shit like that we had when I was younger. It would probably be a different uncle.
Facts.
Who knows? But the resources isn't used for that. Like, you have your resource right here, and you're using your resource to talk to me about that. Or you could be using my resource to talk to me about what we did at the school last week, but you don't want to do that because that's not going to keep you your job, nigga. So what are you asking?
This is what's bringing you to ratings.
Yeah,
Talk
and I
about
told
this
him, like,
negative.
I'd rather have, he told me he helped me have a conversation with somebody else on the radio before, and I'm like, okay then. So why you ask me again? At least they spent money on me. You ain't spent shit. So, and people have their opinions, but like, if you're the same person that donate when we doing good events, you can have an opinion on anything. But if you only spend when it's a party or something, fuck you. I don't really care. I don't really care.
Now we move to the seat therapy.
Not pussy.
So what you think of me?
Honestly, I could kind of think I know what it means, but I think everybody will have their own interpretation of it.
I don't need no disclaimer.
For me, personally, it just means sometimes you gotta sit by yourself and be comfortable in your own solitude and get to know you rather than get caught up in soul ties of actually fucking your problems away.
Okay, what you think of me? Can't use her answer even if it's the same.
And I'm now trying to find words. I see it as, I don't want to say that men have a lot of problems.
No, say what you think. Ain't no wrong answer.
Well, okay, this, of course, is my opinion.
Yeah.
That men seek pussy before they seek mindfulness. And they're going around sleeping with all these different people and creating more problems. So go seek some help. Go get some therapy before you out here doing what you're doing.
So I mean, both of y'all is, you know, in that direction, but you started this episode by saying I'm still here and still.
Huh?
You started this episode by saying you still here and still.
Queer.
So it can't be just men. You know what I'm saying? It's the universal thing of just going out and trying to get some sexual pleasure in general, male, female, or the female who might be damaged and is not going to get the work done. But the dude thinking that he done did the work, and now he trying to go get something from her, and it's the other way around, or the dude is just damaged, going around doing whatever, that shit. And you could be giving people internally, spiritually, you can give them AIDS, STDs, if you get pregnant, you could be on drugs, like it's mad shit, and it's just like, you know, but then it's generational things that come from that. You know what I mean? And then people have kids, and niggas on pills and have kids. You have, bro, a lot of people got drug babies, bro. Like, a lot of niggas, it might
That's
not
a
be
fact.
crack, but it's, you know what I'm saying?
Molly babies, Kirk
So,
babies.
like, you got that. You got, like, simple thing of, bro, what you said, which is, like, the first step. Like, yo, I mean, like, at some point, you gotta get tired of just fucking that bitch. You have to. And if you don't, there is something internally
Wrong.
Yeah, unless you in that field of work, but that's work. And now I ain't here to speak on that, how you get your bread. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you do something with a person X amount of time, science says you're gonna catch feelings. How you handle them is a whole different thing. But it's that thing of like, at least go into something, especially when you're going into something, selling dreams.
Yeah.
At least go into it.
Well, honesty.
Nah, just go into it doing the work on yourself. Even if you're not being honest about doing the work, just be doing the work. Internally, it'll make you a better person though. Because part of doing the work is you learning how to be honest. But you've probably been honest before and somebody didn't receive it. So you're not going to be honest out the gate with a person. It's just not how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? It's easy as
I have been.
You have been what?
Very honest out the gate.
I think that's a lot of people's problem, not being honest.
And I found that it yields more of the result I was looking for rather
You're honest
than.
out the gate all the time? Or you said as of late?
Not as of late. It was more of once I went through a phase of broken therapy, finding myself. And once that happened,
Oh, you talking about after that?
Yeah, it
that's
was
what I'm saying.
more
Like,
so I was like,
it's easier to be honest because you learn how to be honest. When you go to therapy, it only works when you are transparent and you're honest. So that's when it becomes easier to be honest. Like if you're not looking for nothing serious, it's easier to say that and say that in a respectful way, as opposed to like you don't say nothing and then it's like, well, I didn't tell you that, but and now it's a
the bigger thing.
It's easier to be honest when you've done the work. But if you ain't do the work, that shit hard, bro. Like, because if I was, all right, if I'm honest with you and it don't work, right, and then I meet you and I want to have sex with you, well, I'm about to just tell you the truth out the gate. Last time I was honest and shit didn't work. And that's how some people look at this shit, you know? So it's just like, it's mad, it's no wrong, really, opinion is whatever, however it resonates with the consumer.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like if I would have put anything on it, nobody would care. Because it says that,
yeah, everybody
it
cares.
gravitates. And it's like, yo, it's always a conversation. Like, you know, it meant one thing to you, and it meant something else with you, and it means other things. So, like, it's supposed to build conversation. But also, if you see therapy everywhere, you're more prone to be willing to accept it or try therapy. Yeah, so it's just trying to open the door through merch, which is kind of taking on things I did before and trying to, like, make it one. I had so many things, and I'm trying to eliminate them and bring them
all into one umbrella.
Have you had people personally come to you and tell you like they started therapy because of this?
Yeah, I mean, shit. I'm probably like over 60. Between this stuff I post, I do a free men's group on Sundays, 11 to 1. We talk about everything in there.
Where you do that at?
I do it at the store in the East.
Okay.
At the Closet Space.
Okay.
Yeah, on Burnside. I just don't. Nah, I said it. So shout out to the Closet Space for letting me use it. But yeah, they come to the store and we do that for 2 hours, 11 to 1. And sometimes I do it at a design shop in the Meadows. So one of the two locations, and then we talk about everything. We just don't We don't bash women and we don't talk about sports. Nobody cares why Michael Jordan is good or not
Right.
for these 2 hours.
If somebody want to go, where can they find the
Gotta wait.
information?
They gotta wait. So I make it like 8 weeks, and then we cycle out.
Oh, so it's like a class. You go through.
Yeah, but I just say group because I don't.
Okay.
I don't make it seem like I'm bigger or holier than better than. So we just do group, but we just kick shit with each other. And free game, and this dude's from 17, the youngest, probably, and the oldest been like 49.
Okay.
So it's a wide group. Divorced, married.
That's dope.
Divorced, married, separated, single, all that.
I like that.
You are very big on therapy, but an advocate for therapy. Do you yourself have you been through an experience that made you seek therapy for yourself, or you was just more of like, I know the benefits of it, so.
First time I went to therapy, I was like, I don't know why I'm here, but real shit. She like,
How old was you?
I was just probably like 2017, 18. Like 18. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know why I'm here, so don't ask. But I seen the toughest and weakest motherfuckers just refer to therapy, so I mean, why not try shit?
Right.
And then, I had other ways of like venting and getting shit off, but it wasn't like, it wasn't that. So I'm like, why not try that?
Right.
I tried it, it was cool. I fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? It was, therapy for me really kicked in when I would leave my session, not during the session. You know what I mean? And when I was with
when you had time to sit in it.
Yeah, when I was with that therapist, it was cool. I mean, it was cool. I lasted, but I had fired her.
Do we want to know why?
I just fired her. That's the nicest I ever said it. I usually, man, fired that bitch. That's stupid. Like, but that's why I usually do it. Nah.
Do you think you hit a peak where that therapist was no longer beneficial?
Nah. Just fired her.
Okay. Leave it at that.
Because I know I had a therapist, and I did reach a point where I felt like
kind of nice. I just
this
stopped
is
going.
where your skills.
So you didn't fire her?
No, I did.
Did you tell her she was being fired?
Yes.
Okay.
This story is changing. I don't know.
No, like at first it wasn't like mid-session, like, oh fuck you, and like, nah. It was just more like,
I'm never coming back. We're done here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not fire.
No, that it did, and it was like, yo, I'm done. Like no, fuck you. I'm sure.
Okay.
That's fire. See, y'all made me.
Understood.
I tried to make me be that person. So
I need the details because you just saying at the end of the session.
like, it's cool. I wish her the best.
Okay.
Hey, man.
I'm so curious, but it's okay. How many therapists have you had?
I wanted to ask, but I was going to leave it alone because he fired them.
No, I'm curious. How many therapists have you had?
I'm not gonna answer that because then, people who might know one might know 8 therapists that I've been to is gonna be like, oh, that bitch got. So I'm gonna just not answer that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not that
So you tried therapy?
bad. Of course.
We're in therapy.
I've been consistently in therapy. I have not taken no breaks
How many
since
therapists?
I was 12 weeks pregnant.
How many therapists have you had?
2.
How many have you had?
3.
Shit, y'all don't want to fire motherfuckers. Y'all talk about me.
Oh no, mine. She had to leave me.
Oh, she fired
We
you.
actually seen the same therapist.
Mhm.
She went to therapy first, and she referred me to her therapist, and then I started. And she
had a
to
baby.
She had a lot of life happening, so
And one
she
of her
stopped
babies,
practicing.
she had to be full-time home care, so
Yeah.
she couldn't do her services anymore.
So basically, y'all stressed her the fuck out.
No,
Got it.
she stopped practicing. My next therapist I found from my son's father was going to a therapist, and he was amazing. I love him to this day. Reggie Harris, go see him if you want to. His partner, which he told me was the female version of him, and I love her. A lot of people that I refer her
There you
to
go.
say that
Okay.
she's more of a yes man, but she ain't never said yes to me, so I don't know where to get that from.
You want to hear my stories? Because
Nah, I was just
mine's
asking.
is normal.
No, I was just curious how many y'all had.
I'm actively in therapy personally and for premarital counseling. So yeah, I'm fully believe in therapy. Everybody
what's
should
up.
go. Even when you think you're okay.
I just tell people like, if you're not ready for therapy, just find what you like to do that's like that adds like not smoking and drinking, but like other shit, and just do a lot of it.
Writing, gym,
And
running,
My
like,
brother's
boxing.
painting right now. My brother
Well,
will
paint therapy
paint
is a real thing.
he said that it'll feel like he's been sitting here for an hour, but he's been sitting here for 5.
Nah,
and
but
that's his therapy.
paint therapy is a real
Yeah.
type of therapy.
Chanel didn't believe it, but she would come to my house. There'd be a new painting on the wall. But that was my therapy for
Yeah,
the
that's
time.
what
It was
yeah.
just like I was painting pictures of beautiful black women, but they were all stoic and posed. It was just more like, this is what
I
I'm
had a client,
envisioning.
I had a client today,
Manifest.
and he was just sitting there, and he just looked like he was just like ain't sleeping days. I'm like, are you good? So he's like, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm listening, bro. I'm just put some rain on the thing. You just sit here, talk, and then, you know, if you doze, you doze. He do probably say like 3 words, and then next thing you know, he's like, bro, you good, bro. Like some days you don't want to talk. You just want to.
You need the rest.
Relax.
You need the rest. What's next for you?
I'm about to graduate in May.
With what degree?
Get my master's. So good.
Shout outs to you. Big ups to you.
Yeah.
It's not easy, especially with everything you got going on and in
I
school.
did it in my sleep, man. You know, this is.
Oh my God.
Excuse me.
Nah, that shit was rough. You know, like, shit, I had like 9 deaths since I started my program. I had my daughter. Well, I didn't have my daughter. My daughter was born. Man, life changes. A lot less friends. A lot less friends. That many. Like I said twice. More intentional with like my time. And then like people start treating you like your actual worth. Well, me at least. I can't speak for other people. But on the flip side, there's people who are hell bent on going against any and everything because in their mind, I'm educated. In my mind, I don't even mention the shit. But because they know I know a little something, they just come forward with flags. And I'm just be like, bro, instead I just remove myself. Yeah. So I love how that. Graduation. I have a pop-up, like an installation, like a master installation, like seek therapy with spaces and good conversations and shit. Probably like.
If you need hosts, moderators, let us know. Let us know.
But yeah, just adding, literally, bro, taking everything that I learned from everywhere I've been and coming here and putting a splash effect on it, of making it appeal to people around me to add value all around. So if I could find 12 ways for 12 months to add value through different programs, kids, adults, all that, I'll do that. Like,
Is that how you plan for your year?
Nah, like on some real shit, I don't have no year right now. I got class every Saturday until May. Nothing else. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Ain't no parties, there's no club, there's no nothing. I got a capstone to write, I have a dissertation, I got shit to do, you know what I'm saying?
What's your dissertation, 20?
25.
Okay.
25 pages. But I'm writing 25 pages or something I can put into my next book. Fuck that. Anybody just write 25 pages just to get an A, because niggas C's get degrees. I don't know what they told you, but that's cool. I'm cool with C's. I don't need no A, bro.
Didn't I tell you that?
I got 2 rules in school. Kids, if you're listening, C's get degrees and you ain't cheating. I mean, you ain't trying, you ain't cheating. Or if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's the one. There's nothing wrong with cheating, just don't get caught. I ain't cheating mine. We don't got tests. I'm just
Not
saying.
telling the kids to listen.
You know what? To some degree, I understand because I do feel like a lot of the ways that helped us. So.
Man, everybody cheated before.
Good way to humble me. Good way to humble
If
me.
you ain't cheating in school, you cheat when you buy food stamps.
Because she's
cheating.
Not if you cheat if you buy
That's
food
still
stamps.
cheating.
They
Nah,
cheat in the system. Because it wasn't for them. It wasn't
this
for
is what she
you.
does. What's the difference?
I thank you so much for gracing S&P today, especially on MLK Day. There's a lot of power happening on today. Got your godly presence this MLK Day. You done cleared out a schedule for us. Oh, I feel special. You know, become the new Britain, guys.
I feel like, I don't know, it just happened when it's supposed to. I've been supposed to come, but life be happening, bro. And
Facts.
Shit be like,
And time be moving fast.
Shit be smooth, and then it's January right now, and the next week is August.
Facts.
And it's like, yo, what happened to everything?
And then you posting Trap Gala.
I don't know, I might be going to check it out.
Why?
Next question.
Okay. And that we'll leave you in suspense on that for
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But if you could tell one thing, anything to somebody right now that's listening, whether they're going through a journey of self-discovery or thinking of ways to just become what could be their next hustle or just figuring out tomorrow, what would you say?
Buy my book. And if you can't afford it, I'll give you a free one. Nah, but yeah, no, seriously. But
That's why I didn't even say that because I know you did do that. So
I'm
yeah.
dead serious, yeah. But nah, like I feel like first of all, I don't have the answers to everything. But I've learned that when you take your time to answer the question and you think things through and you give advice that works, people come to you more often. So I've been more intentional on giving well thought out advice, but always give it in more than one perspective because, bro, sometimes lies be like the truth be sounding like lies.
Facts.
And motherfuckers that say you didn't do something or did do something that you had nothing to do with, or you done got caught up with some shit that has nothing to do with you, but has everything to do with you because people think it do. And that's why I'm big on like just perspective and just being transparent and like calm the fuck down. Like people are so like that you can't really converse. And you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is animals, so it's kind of best to just stay out the way. My advice would be, look, man, stay out the way and just work on yourself. Like, and like even in the book, I tell people like, I'm giving you tools, like you know, to build a mirror. And the mirror that like you're gonna build, or you gonna build. You heard the Jamaican shit. The mirror you gonna build, but the mirror you gonna build is
You gonna build the mirror.
yeah. You feel me? It's gonna be built how you want it built, like
Facts.
how you want to see yourself, not how you want her to see you. Because then it's like you're not living for yourself. And I feel like everybody lives for everybody. And then you wake up and check your phone, how many likes you get, how many this you got, how many that you got. You get on the gram, you start comparing yourself to people who, bro, you don't know what that motherfucker went through.
Facts.
And you want what they got. And it's like, bro, they probably getting their ass beat, raped, whatever, every night for the shit. You don't know, like.
Sweetie and Quavo.
Yeah. When I went on my rant about that, yeah.
And it's like on the episode.
Episode.
You might want to that cup empty, huh? That's why, yeah.
Leave me alone. Give me what you
On
want.
the episode.
Episode 8.
They all heard it.
But
We was talk about that on the episode.
yeah, nah. Everybody live for everybody, man. Live for yourself, bro. Because you live for other people and your stupid ass die tomorrow, now you mad because you did all this shit and you ain't do nothing
found
you
your
wanted
purpose.
to do. But you might never find it. It might be right in front of you, and you never tap into it, and it's just because it wasn't meant to be that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I ain't chasing that. Like, I just feel like that would be my only advice, man. Do what you want to do. Like, do what you want to do.
Period.
Yeah.
Do what makes you happy. Do what
Right.
fills your cup.
And then, like, listen, I ain't telling nobody to leave their kids and their girl and all that shit.
Hey, if
But
that's what makes you happy.
do the shit. But now on some real shit though, like, most people that come to me or talk to me, they just living for other people. They make decisions where they have responsibilities. And I'm not knocking them for handling their responsibilities.
Right.
But it's like, perfect example. Somebody said to me yesterday, Maurice the king of bozo. Cause somebody fucking white women and some shit like that. And I'm sitting there like, we don't honor Maurice the king because what he was doing his dick, bro. We honor him for what he was fighting for. And their thing is, well, how you fighting for black people and then you fucking white women?
You can do whatever you want.
What? That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I wasn't there. So I don't know what happened, bro. I wasn't. But how can you diminish a person's accomplishment because of their sex life or their sex choices? And it's like, yo, he didn't, nobody said he raped him. So even if he did have sex with white women, bro, it's consensual.
Facts.
Ain't on some real shit. If it's any nigga that deserves to fuck white women, it's Martin Luther King, bro. I don't care. You out here, you fighting for shit, motherfucker spitting in your face, slapping you in your face, beating your fucking
He better
ass.
bust a few of them down.
You busting some down, bro, I can live with it. You know, your wife might be mad, I get it, but respectfully, bro, if it's one black motherfucker that deserves to get white pussy, it's money. I don't care. But people just try to people diminish your worth in one lane because of what they hear. Like, you talking about a 60 to 70 year, shit, like 80 years removed from that shit.
Yeah.
60, because we in 2023. So we like 80 years removed from that shit. How are you diminishing what's being done?
How you
because.
even know that? How you talking about it like you know so much about
But
it?
even if it's the truth, you're diminishing something that's been honored for 80 years, the right way. But your ass accept every holiday that comes from white people. You take Columbus off and you take that holiday. So shut the fuck up. And you go to work on MLK.
Facts.
So shut the fuck up. Just be quiet.
And you work
And that's
willingly
kinda,
on Juneteenth.
But that's kind of how even the hood work. It's like you get caught, bro. You get warped into this space of like, oh, I can't go to the book bag drive because he said homicide 100. Oh, I can't see him doing something positive because his mugshot is on this. Or he got a mugshot, so he can't do. It's like, bro, some of my lunch ladies was crackheads, bro. Full-fledged crackheads. Some of my bus drivers was drug addicts. You see what I'm saying? But they treated me like greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. So people like don't understand, like, judge not. And that's a real thing. Niggas just run with opinions and judgment. It's like, yo, shit stink too, bro. And that's why I don't know, like, I'm just good, bro. I'm straight. I stay away from people. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be like that.
I had to vet y'all. That's why it took me so long to come up here.
Not vet us. Well, whatever you vetted, it got you here. But I think that's very important, especially now.
That shot hitting you? The shot hitting you?
No, I'm serious mouth pain right now, but.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I'm toughing it out right
What
now.
happened?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it after. But I hate you so much.
I'm like, why she's talking like that?
No mouth.
You might need to talk more.
Right. But as we're in a year discovering self, I want to reiterate the part of, make sure you seek therapy. Find a therapist that's good for you. Find a therapist that works for you. Everybody not for every therapist don't work for everybody. I did some hunting around to find who I have. Shout out to Molly. I love her.
What's one way you can tell somebody their therapist is no good? Like, what's one thing you be like, absolutely not fire that person?
What you mean?
Like, Google it, be like, how do I know if I should fire my therapist? And it's like a list of things that your therapist says or does.
If you can't make me, if my thing is, if your space to me don't feel like a safe space, or if anything, if I'm talking how I talk, and you lost at what I'm saying, you're not for me, bro. You gotta have some.
White or black person?
My therapist black. Grew up in Hartford, raised in Hartford.
When it's like, baby, take your notes after I leave. Don't do that, because I feel like you're judging me.
I had one that tried to eat during my session.
Oh, no.
Or like, would talk from over there, and I'm like, yo, sit right here, bro.
No.
Sit the fuck down.
Yeah,
Like,
me and my therapist, we sit like this. Like,
I felt like I
we
was in
chop it
school.
up. I feel like I have a regular conversation. I kick off my shoes. I'm in the office. Like, what up?
I've been doing, since COVID, I do on the phone. So I really feel like I'm
For
talking
real?
to my friend.
I can't do it.
We was already in person, though.
Nah,
I feel
yeah.
like if we wasn't in person.
That's why I got rid of
then-
another one too. COVID came. And they talking about something. Oh, I can't because of COVID. I said, oh, I'm sure.
Y'all heard that? Another one. And another
Yeah,
one.
no, she switched to the phone, and now we kind of stuck in it. And I want to go back to the office, but I'm okay if we don't.
I need to know that I got your undivided attention. If you blink, I'm gonna stop talking to you. Open your motherfucking eyes. Like, I need your undivided attention. Cause what if I'm
I
going
can
through real
say
shit?
it's been a couple times where I'm like, I finish what I'm saying, and I'm like, hello? But you could tell she doing two things at once. And I'd be like, you need a moment. And she like, oh, no, I'm here. But I can see why some people say she a yes man.
If I did the phone
But-
thing, bro, I'd probably fall asleep with one of my clients. I'd be too comfortable at home. I mean, if you're on FaceTime or Zoom, something that's different. But on the phone, I'm laying down. I ain't even enough.
It was supposed to be a telehealth type thing, but it ain't work. Whatever link she sent me, we tried once, it ain't work, and I was like, I'd rather call you. So it was my decision to just do the phone.
Look at y'all going to therapy. Oh, bro.
We grown.
I
I went through real shit.
Snotty noses.
Boy,
Nobody knows this.
boy, I was about to say something
Bye.
else. Snotty never. But I'll let you have it. Dusty, crusty.
Hey, yo.
For a few years until the glue up
I'm
happened.
not gonna lie, them were the best years though.
Facts, I had the most fun. I was reckless. I was rough.
I can't.
I ain't mind it. Call me what you want. Bitch was living. I was outside.
You know, it's funny, like,
For
as
real,
you get
though.
older,
I was outside.
like, shit gets so serious. Like,
Real quick.
and you be like, when last time you cried? You don't
Yes.
gotta say why. When last time you cried?
Yesterday.
When last time you cried?
I ain't cried in a minute.
So when last time?
It's probably like a month now.
Oh, I was about to say like.
Yeah, no, I think I'm proud of myself. It be every week.
When last time you were sad?
A couple days ago.
Right now.
Did you too?
Mm-mm.
Or think about crying?
Mm-mm.
Cause you too.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't ask that question. I actually want to keep
No,
it
go
low.
ahead.
I actually want to keep it low.
Okay. Aggie. But
Yeah.
I thank you for gracing S&P with your presence. For those of y'all who don't know, y'all can hit him up on all social media platforms. Please go buy his book. It is available everywhere. Damn near at every corner store. What is it?
The grab and go.
The Russell Grab and Go. You can get the book any and everywhere. You can hit him directly. Honestly, be honest. If you can't afford it, be honest about it. Don't try to take away somebody else's blessing that could really benefit from the book. If you have somebody in prison,
Yeah, if you guys might in the feds, I send them books to them for free. Just gotta send me their names. I can't do state because they block me.
all right. So
But,
only feds. If you know somebody locked up in the feds, send their information. We could send them
in
a
the
book.
feds, you heard?
Yeah.
She said only in the feds.
You said not the state. Shit. That means you gotta do somebody who do some real shit. They said that was a real motherfucking shit. Okay? Don't talk about he in the meadows. That's not the feds.
At all. You probably be home in like 2 months.
Right. That is a temporary hold, and he will be all right. But we thank you. Tell them where they can find you.
You hit my assistants, and they'll direct you to me. You know what I'm saying?
Frederick, don't play with me.
The stress.
You heard? Hit my assistant number 1. You know how
Google
that assistant
him.
number 2.
Maurice / Eastwood, Google him, because he insists on not running down his names on any social media right now.
I gave it to him, Maurice. Splash.
It will be
Eastwood.
posted on our page.
Eastwood.
The episode will drop on Thursday. All of his social handles will be listed in the bio at the bottom. Y'all already know how it go. And
It's your girl Sault.
your girl
We
Peppa.
just gave you
No tea, straight seasoning. You already know what it is and what to do. Now go subscribe. Our goal is to reach a certain amount of subscriptions on YouTube
There's a
so that we
giveaway.
could do a merch giveaway. You subscribe, comment, be interactive. You never know, you could get merch. And y'all already know y'all love our shit.
Period.
So yeah, go subscribe, lock in. The episode will be dropping Thursday
It's live right now.
at 5 a.m.
Oh, so
Episode drop 5 a.m.
Yeah, let her finish.
My bad.
This live right now.
But we love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in for S&P Monday. You ready?
Y'all need more rhythm. Do it again. Nah, y'all don't look happy to be here. I'm not feeling this.
You want to join in?
No.
All right,
You
come
do it.
on. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, nope, come on. 5, 6, 7, in.
There you go. My bad.
Oh, and this episode has been sponsored and located in beautiful Pergola events
Pergolas.
at 21 Arch Street in New Britain, Connecticut.
check the commercial.
Make sure you go hit my girl up, Janae Ferguson, on IG at Pergola Events CT. Yep,
Yep.
you got that. So book your next event. This is perfect for intimate occasions, weddings, baby showers, you name it, she could do it. And she's an event planner, so you don't
And
have
they
to
got
do
the stripper pole in the
shit
back.
when you book. You just tell her what you need. It's all set in a price and you ready, set, go. Just show up on your date.
Tell me about the stripper pole.
Hey,
Don't listen.
we love y'all. See y'all next Monday.